Schedule. Alright, I'm gonna teach you guys the most basic form of making a verb in its past tense. Alright, now listen. There's a lot of ways to make a verb in its past tense. In Igbo, to be honest, there's too many dialects, there's different ways. But after you learn the basic one, it's really kind of easy to tell the difference as long as you have a basic understanding of Igbo. So don't be alarmed or nothing, because it's not one specific way that you can really say is a rule to make a verb in its past tense. So the most basic way is the R ending. So let's say you have your verb. Okay, we're going to take our first verb. Me is do. Now we're going to make it did. So let's use the name Chuck. Let's say Chuck did it. Using the R version, which is the most, I'll say the simplest, basic Igbo way, the most basic way to make a verb in its past tense of Igbo, this is what you will do. You add an R to the end of the verb, and then the vowel that was before that R, you'll take it. You understand? So me is M-E. So we'll take the E and add it to the end after we add the R. So Chuck did it. Chuck Maria. See, it's pretty simple. Now, okay, let's take another one. Let's say Chuck ate pizza. Re is eat. So we're going to add the R at the end. And we're going to take, what's the last vowel? That was before the R. Is the E. So Chuck re pizza. Chuck ate pizza. Now, I know some Anambra dialects or Nisha dialect, they add a L-U at the end. So a L and a dotted U for their past tense. For example, Chuck did it in the Onisha dialect, and some Anambra will be Chuck Melo. Yeah. You understand? Instead of the regular basic Igbo, it will be Chuck Mere. Yeah. And Onisha dialect kind of be Chuck Melo. Yeah. So you understand? And sometimes with the, like for example, eats, ate, sometimes, because they use a L for eat, so it'll be li instead of re. So sometimes they say, for example, they wouldn't add, some of them don't add the extra, the lu all the time, so it'll be like Chuck li pizza. Chuck ate pizza. It's kind of strange, to be honest. You just got to memorize that, or me being around some Anambra people here, the uncles talk, I can pick up on that, and I learned that, to be honest. But it's kind of, but just don't be alarmed like with them this week. And all right, one more thing, I'm kind of rushing through this, but sorry. It's has done and has ate. Now has ate or has done, you add a G-O at the end. No matter what, you add G-O. And learn this is important too. When you say the has form, you have to add the prefix before the verb. And you can know the prefix that you add, whether it's a or e, dependent. You look at the vowel it has, if it's in the light vowel or the heavy vowels. And we all know what the light vowel or heavy vowels are. If you don't, you need to go back and watch the light vowel, heavy vowel video. Okay, so Chuck has done it. Chuck and Mego, yeah. You see? Chuck did it. Chuck Mere, yeah, or Chuck Melu, yeah. Inugo, Yota. So has ate. Chuck eligo pizza. Chuck has ate pizza. You see the difference now. Hope you're understanding. So that's the oh yeah. Some say instead of R, like with the A's, for example, so for came, for like Chuck came. Chuck came here. Chuck biara eba. So Chuck has come. Chuck abiago. Also, I know some people add la at the end. So Chuck abiala eba. It's just this. It's a whole bunch of ways that different dialects of Igbo. You just got to pick it up when you start having an ear for Igbo and actually paying attention and stuff. You'll pick it up and know how the different parts speak and everything. It's not really too hard, as long as you have the basic understanding, which is the R version. You'll be able to speak it, and it shouldn't be too hard for you. Then you can be adventurous, I guess, and learn the other dialects. Because some people use WU, some people use WO, RO, and the list can go on. LA. It's really, and some people use like Chuck has come, Chuck has also come, Chuck Biakwala. It's really, once you learn the basic, you can kind of get the air. So just get your Igbo down first, and then it'll eventually flow to you. All right, Dalunu.